Hello, this is Gene Stevens, Gene Stevens Drum Lessons, and this is just a quick lesson for a student that any of my students can use to help with page 192 of drumming from top to bottom, our first drumming book. So if we've got to here, we've done very well to get to the end of the book. This is the last page of drum beats, and these just throw up a few little coordination challenges and a bit of a theory challenge as well. But once we've just learned a couple of details about them and how to approach learning them and practicing them, it should be fairly easy to progress and be able to use them and play them. Anyway, we'll start with beat 11, and beat 11 is in 4/4 time, so 4 beats to a bar, 4 quarter notes to a bar, and in total both beats 11 and 12 are made up of 4 bars. So we've got bars 1, and then if you can see it, there's a bar line. So we've got beats 1, 2, bar 3, bar 4, and then we've got our double bar line. That's the end of beat 11, and it's the same with beat 12. We've got the beginning of beat 12. We've got for 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and then we've got the double bar line, the repeat, the ending of beat 12 as well. So that's the same for both, so that's easy. And the other thing that's consistent with both is the hi-hats are all, there's a hi-hat on beat 1, and there's a rest, hi-hat in beat 3, and there's another rest. Okay, so that's like tick, rest, okay? And that's the same, the hi-hat doesn't change from doing that. So that's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to demonstrate, what the hi-hat does, and we've had some experience with this on previous pages, so it should be fine. So it'll sound like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that was it. That was the 4 bars of just the hi-hat part. So that's the repeating part that we've got to lock down. That's what you want to be able to do first by itself, and then we can add the bass drum and the snare drum to it. Okay, so I'm going to play at that tempo. I'm going to play the whole beat through twice. Okay, I'm going to count, and you should practice counting as well at home. I know we try to do it in lessons, and we'll start with that, and yeah, and you just hear what it sounds like first, and then I'll break it down how to practice it. Okay, so here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 2. Okay, a little bit faster again, so you have an idea what it sounds like. Ready? Okay, it's a cool beat. These pretty cool beats. You get a lot of use out of them in different songs. Anyway, here we go. So think of each bar, think of it as a bar at a time. So go to your book and look at the first bar of beat 11. And what we're going to see there, we're going to see, remember the notes above and below each other are the ones that we play together. And beat bar 1, I should say. The first beat, under number 1, hi-hat and bass drum. Under beat 2, it's za and bass drum. And beats 3 and 4 are covered by this special rest. We only see a couple of times in this book, but it's a rectangle on the line, so it's 2 beats of rest. So we don't have to write 2 rests in there. We just write that rectangle, and then we've got the rest for those 2 beats. So there's no bass drum or snare drum on those 2 beats. That's what it's saying. So it's easy. So there'll just be a hi-hat up there, and then another rest, 1 beat rest, and then we're done. So here's bar 1. Sounds like this, slowed down. Okay, and you should play it slower at first. Practice a bar at a time, slowed down, and then put them all together and learn the beat. Okay, here we go. First bar. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, there you go. I made a mistake there. Sorry about that. So just try to at least play them 3 times each. Nice and slow like that. So that was bass and hi-hat together. So boom, boom, tick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Boom, boom, tick. Okay. So we may have done some of that coordination before. It might be in a previous page, but just clarifying there, you haven't had a video lesson of that yet. So let's go on to the second bar, okay? For all the same elements, the only difference in the second bar is again that snare drum that you see. It's a minim, what we call a half note. So that's similar to this rest here. This minim, it just says it's a snare drum, a value of 2 beats. Okay, so when you play your snare drum, it's just like 1, 2. Okay, so we don't have to write another rest there. Okay, so the snare drum is good for the first 2 beats of that bar. Okay, so this one's going to be hi-hat and snare drum together. There's your backbeat, a rest, and the bass drum and the hi-hat together, and then the bass drum. Okay, they're the 4. So it's like really, really slow is like this. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. You'll be playing this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is where you want to pause. You want to be able to play those individually. Play those first 2 bars together, or first 2 bars like individually. And then you can put them next to each other and you can play them. So I'll put bars 1 and 2 of beat 11 together and they'll sound like this. Okay, ready? Really, really slowly, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Let's do it again. 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, a little bit faster. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the first 2 bars of beat 11. There you go. So practice that up. Pause the video here. Go back through this like last 6 minutes or so. Yeah, 8 minutes, 6 minutes. Yeah. Now the good thing is, now you hear it, you're on the second half. The second half of this beat is easier. Okay. Oh, well, I think anyway. So you'll look again. We've got hi-hat and rest by itself. So we've got hi-hat, rest, hi-hat and bass drum, rest. So that's like tick, boom, rest. Easy. And then last bar's really easy. It's going to be like cha, rest, tick, rest. Okay? Easy. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to play these a few times each now, nice and slowly. And I'm going to put it all together. Okay? So here we go. This is the second line, or bars 3 and 4 of beat 11. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tick, rest, boom, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tick, rest, boom, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, I may have played the bass drum pretty quietly then, but you can play it as loud as you want to balance with the hi-hats. Anyway, here's the last bar. I'm just going to play this a couple of times because it's easy and we've had this coordination before. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to play the whole. Get ready now. I'm going to pause the video and get up. At least you can play those bars individually. Now we're going to get up and we're going to play the whole last line. The whole last line in one. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. Now I'm going to play the whole beat. So this is all of beat 11. 1, 2, 3, 4. All of beat of 11. Okay. I'm going to play it all slowly. Like really slowly. And a nice kind of like medium slow. And then kind of where I'm aiming for you to get to learn it. Okay. So here we go. I'm going to start really slowly, the whole beat from top to bottom. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And repeat. Boom, boom, tick. Rest, rest. Boom, boom, tick. Boom, rest, rest, rest. Okay. Now a little bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4, 2. Okay, so up to there, that's really excellent work if you've got up to there. So you might want to pause the video now, and you might want to get yourself up to that level. And then after this pause, then we're going to just play a little bit faster. And then I'm going to end this section of the video. Okay? Alright, let's go. Let's play a bit more, like faster tempo. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2. Boom, boom, tick. Cha. Boom, boom, tick. Boom, cha. Okay? 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's just an example of how the tempo you get up to, what it sounds like when you're playing it at a more kind of contemporary speed. Anyway, here ends this part of the lesson. I'll send this off to you, and maybe I'll get beat 12 done for you as well. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy and you can work on beat 11 in your own time, and yeah, see you soon.